Moving on.
Moving down from the world and move back to comic books and stuff. What?
Barbie.
Yeah.
We're talking about it again.
Fucking
because we're a
Ben
bunch of woke chuckle fucks.
Yeah, so
funny story. The latest Melanie Mac video is getting a lot of traction. Talking about Tanya from Mortal Kombat 1, that whole thing. I've been looking at the comments. I haven't been really responding to them. But one of my favorite responses was like, first the comment is like, "What's up with this? Whatever," and then like, "What's going on?" And then as they've watched the video, it just says, "No, you're an SJ," assuming SJW. So never mind. And I just thought that was funny. Of like, "What's this all about?" And then watches the video and goes, "Oh, he's a cuck." All right.
Thank you very much.
That's what I love about YouTube is like 1 minute you're looking at a really nice comment and the next minute is like fucking eat shit and die.
Before we move on, I want to make a point here. The internet has really made it possible for humans to be like their most awful and get away with it like constantly. Let me go ahead and give you a couple examples. I do a fantasy football show, and so I've been mock drafting a lot. And you can do it with live people, right?
Yeah.
And you do it, and you see these names that these people come up with, and holy shit, these guys think these guys are like fucking nailed it, dude. Yeah, and it's just like, so one of them, I have mixed feelings about Adrian Peterson, Vikings, because of whatever. But this guy called himself Adrian Peterson, which straight up. Objectively creativity, you got to give it an A+ there. I wouldn't have thought of that, But as a moral like thing, that's really really shitty, and that's not funny actually. Again, like just straight up like wow, that's I never would have thought of that. Mainly because I'm not an awful fucking human being.
Yeah.
But you know what? Good on you. But then here's my favorite, and this just cracks me up because there's like a million guys like this in like the state of Iowa alone. This other guy was lig on D's nuts.
Wow.
Or something along those lines. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was D's nuts in your mouth. and you know that this guy was like, what's your team name? And this is mind you, this is a mock draft. This isn't real. And maybe that's why they put these silly names, but this guy is sitting there going, "Oh, what should my team name be? Fucking, I don't know, man. Oh, I got it. D's nuts in your mouth." Nailed it. Just
absolute
banger,
Mom,
dude. Bring me a soda because I just killed the internet, dude. Like, what happened, honey?
You said
some Pop-Tarts.
I'm so proud of you.
I want some fucking Pop-Tarts too. And you're just like, ugh. And most of the people that comment on our videos would never actually say any of this shit in public.
No.
But because
they might.
Well, you're right. Depending on how much of a following they have on YouTube or how much they're trying to get, they might. But mostly no. They're just fucking, being trolls and shit.
They just go out in public and they're like, you know what I mean?
Do it again. That was bullshit.
It wasn't loud enough.
I want to fucking hear that again. Still not loud enough.
Oh.
Crank that shit. Get that. No, okay.
Crank it up. Crank it. So we're talking about Barbie again because we are SJWs. Because honestly, it's hit some big milestones. Most importantly, it's crossed $1 billion this past weekend. Yeah.
How do you explain that one?
I don't know. Maybe because people are talking about it. I think a lot of people like it. But I could be wrong. But I think a lot of it is mostly good reaction.
I know I'm going to be blasted. The shit get blasted.
I know. I pretty much know the whole movie
for some hyperbole. I don't. I've been avoiding spoilers because I kind of want to see it.
I mean, I'll watch it, but
we should go see it.
No, I'm not going to see it in the theater.
I'm going to get blasted for hyperbole in this, but this could go down as one of those movies that like shifts the cultural
I am worried about that
viewpoint.
I'm worried about that, not because of the messaging or the feminism or whatever. I'm worried because of how Mattel is approaching it and being like, well, you like this, let's do a shared universe. And it's like,
God.
guys,
no,
not everything needs to be a shared universe. You can just make a good Barbie.
Greta Gerwig was like, miss me with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We want a Barbie sequel. You ain't fucking getting it from me.
I don't know, man. I think everybody's got a price. You know, that's what Ted DiBiase told me.
Here, I'll be fair in this. If I'm willing to bet that Greta Gerwig is the kind of artist, and Margot Robbie and who helped produce it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's just as big in this too.
Her and her husband, their production company.
Right there, yep. Didn't Gosling too, or no?
Oh, did I tell you how much money this made?
$1 million, bitch.
Billion.
Sorry. $1 billion, bitch.
That was terrible.
$1 billion. And you know what they said to the box office?
I'll drink your blood.
So I'm willing to bet she's the type who's like, listen, we'll do it if there's a good enough story.
Also,
and we can come up with a reason to do. She doesn't give a fuck. I mean, the money, she'll take it, of course.
Greta
Greta
Gerwig's gonna have so much job security now because
yeah.
she's the only female director to have $1 billion movie. It's wild. So I think that she's gonna. Well, I think she already had a lot of job security because she is kind of viewed as like an auteur director.
She
makes
makes good
very
movies.
critically acclaimed movies. I don't think I've ever actually watched a movie she's done.
Neither.
I've never seen Ladybug or Little Women. But
me neither.
Will you stop it? What are you
Me
doing? Are
neither.
you doing exercises right
my
now?
fucking shoulders are hurting right now. I'm real stressed out. Stressed out about all these right-wing douchebags.
Let's chill it out.
No.
Chill it out, Atlas.
No, okay.
Also worth noting, it I believe it was #1 this past weekend at the box office, beating Mutant Mayhem. Oh, did you hear the discourse?
I thought I farted. The face you just made, you were like, oh.
Did you see the discourse about the rumor? Because Bounding Into Comics, great website, like ran with this whole like rumor that Splinter's gay in the movie, and that's not true. That was a made up rumor, and so that spread like wildfire.
That's cool.
And then it didn't work.
No, I mean,
like the grift for them didn't work because Splinter's not gay.
Yeah.
So then they just pivoted back to, well, yeah, but April O'Neil is still fat and ugly. And they won't say this one out loud. Well, some of them will. Black. Like they're gonna complain that she's black. Like it is what it is. But yeah, shout out to Barbie getting $1 billion. You know who's really looking silly right now? Benny Shapiro.
Mm-hmm.
Benny Shaps. Remember what he said during his 43-minute Barbie review.
Let's hear it.
Week 1, this thing is going to clean up at the domestic box office. My prediction is going to just absolutely fall off a cliff after that. The repeat business on this movie is going to be non-existent because it was written by two people who are so smug and self-satisfied, in Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, that they have no audience.
Yeah, okay. Made $1 billion, Ben. It just continues to prove that this shit is all a grift. You know, like he kind of was. Yeah. Well, it just like that's the only validation I can get, only thing I could get out of this.
Ben Shapiro's predicting. That's the problem in our society. There's a lot of people who give a shit what Ben Shapiro predicts, and it's people you wouldn't think of.
Sorry, we had a glitch there.
What the fuck?
Hey,
it really is people you wouldn't predict, man. Just I'm not saying like, hey, you might be living with a scroll. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going that far, okay? Just chill out.
Red scare.
No, but
it's the green scare.
No, but I think, obviously not at work. Don't get fired. But your friends and family and stuff like that, like, start having these conversations because you would be surprised, like, what kind of batshit crazy fucking conspiracy theories your, like, cousin has or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying anything about my friends and family because I only associate and am related to people who aren't complete.
Yeah. Only the best people.
Only the best.
Simply the best.
Who needs to take away it? You know whose Twitter needs to get taken away?
Who?
That guy.
Tiki Watiti.
Yep.
That is exactly who I was.
Tired of that shit.
Yeah.
With the
I look at him and all he says is,
Woo, yeah, woo, yeah.
and his movies just sound like
"I'll buy the."
the pew pew quip pew. What is it?
Pew pew quip. Pew pew quip.
That's all his movies sound
Yeah,
like.
pretty much.
Over and over again
Yeah.
for 2 hours, 90 minutes.
Yeah. And I said, you know what?
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Fucking
So let's move on.
pizza time. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.